My name is Naruto Uchiha, and I will be the one that avenges my clan. Believe it!
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Neon Pow here, and today we are doing part 5 to What If Naruto Was an Uchiha. That meaning, if you have not seen the other episodes of this series, I highly recommend you do so you will not be lost. Link to that playlist will be in the description and in the card above, so check that out. Also, for this video, we're again going to be putting 100 likes as the goal. The last video, you guys smashed it and beat it in a day and a half. So let's see how fast you can do it this time around. Now guys, without further ado, let's go and hop into the video. We last left off our Uchiha twins finishing the preliminary fights of the Chunin exams. They now have 1 month to rest and get significantly stronger if they hope to be able to impress the upper level ninjas spectating the fights and be promoted to Chunin. Naruto and Sasuke are now left to train under Kakashi and a mysterious ally of Kakashi's. He introduces himself as Captain Yamato. Before Kakashi-sensei can even say why Yamato is here, Yamato unleashes a wood-style jutsu that impresses both Naruto and Sasuke. Neither of them knew there was someone else in the village that could have the same type of jutsu as Naruto. Kakashi now says that since introductions are finally over, they can finally get to work. They'll need to use every bit of time they have to get stronger and refine their abilities. During the training arc, Naruto and Sasuke will be training together only for Chidori training and sparring. For the rest of the time, Naruto will be with Captain Yamato working on upgrading his wood style, while Sasuke will be training with Kakashi for Sharingan training. Even though Naruto is excited to advance his wood style, he feels a bit left out on his Uchiha heritage since he has not been able to unlock and train with the Sharingan. Sasuke cheers up his brother by saying that he has always been a late bloomer, and that when he does get it, it'll probably even surpass Itachi's visual prowess. Naruto just smiles and says he won't give up hope. He needs to work harder to make a world a better place. And with that, the Uchihas begin. A week passes and the training is going great. However, for both Uchihas, their masters are starting to get very suspicious about their power. Sasuke, being as cautious as ever, has yet to tell Naruto or Kakashi about his Mangekyo Sharingan. Kakashi can obviously see Sasuke has been holding back, but he doesn't want to force anything out of Sasuke. So instead, he shows Sasuke a powerful visual jutsu he has discovered, the Kamui. This, of course, leaves Sasuke shocked and excited at the same time, knowing that his sensei also possesses the new form of the Sharingan. The showing gives him the courage to reveal his Mangekyo Sharingan to Kakashi. Sasuke also shows Kakashi the black flames of the Amaterasu and how he can control it. Then goes to show him the partial Susanoo transformation. This all leaves Kakashi in silence as he can't believe his young pupil has been hiding all of this power, but is glad Sasuke trusted him enough to reveal it. Sasuke goes on to mention that he would like to keep the power a secret from the others, especially Naruto, as he would feel it would be not fair for his brother who hasn't even unlocked the Sharingan. Kakashi agrees to that as it could cause unnecessary rivalry and hurt their teamwork. He then tells Sasuke that they can start training for real. Now we move on to Naruto. Naruto and Yamato seem to be getting along for the most part. Yamato is of course very curious on how Naruto is able to actually use wood style. He knows it couldn't have possibly been natural, especially with Naruto being an Uchiha. He ends up telling Naruto about his past so the young Uchiha might open up a bit to Yamato. Naruto ends up being astonished to find out that Yamato had experienced a similar torture as he did. Since Naruto's memories are slightly altered, he ends up telling Yamato that a special medical corps injected an experimental cell regeneration into his body to save his life. It ended up working out, but now his body has slight alterations and he can use wood style. Naruto tells the captain that he wants to not let Sasuke know, at least not yet. He isn't sure how he would react if he heard someone altered his biology. Yamato can tell the boy isn't lying and just sighs. He then continues by saying there is no time to waste. The two, now closer due to the similar past experience, train harder for the rest of the month. It is now the day of the Chunin exams. All the examinees arrive and get ready for the battle. All but the Uchiha twins. Lee, who was excited to possibly face one of them, is sporadically running around looking for them. He knows nothing could have possibly happened to them, but it is unusual for them to be late for such an important event. Lee even goes to ask Sai where they are, but Sai just turns away and walks. They are nowhere to be found. Lee just hopes they show up for their fight, because funny enough, they're actually supposed to fight each other in the finals. The Chunin exams end up starting without them. Fortunately, the first fight is between Shikamaru and Tamari. This fight goes similar to how it was in canon, with Shikamaru taking the win with a superb strategy. Next comes the fight between Sai and Kankuro, with the win going to Sai since Kankuro forfeited as he didn't want to reveal his trump card yet. Lee is now stressing out even more since he didn't expect the fights to go so fast, with still no Uchihas to be found. The administrators are now a bit worried and are not quite sure what to do since both participants in the fight have not shown. The administrator ends up deciding to disqualify the both of them, but Lee jumps in and begs for him to just give them a few more minutes. He knows they'll be here. The admin sighs and agrees. A few minutes pass and admin is about to disqualify them when suddenly both Naruto and Sasuke finally arrive with Kakashi and Yamato. The sensei apologizes for being late and hope they can still fight. The administrator smiles and says you guys just made it in the last seconds. Take your places and get ready to fight. Naruto and Sasuke smile at each other and give one another a fist pump before they begin. They also both look and give thumbs ups to Lee. And with that, the fight begins. Both Naruto and Sasuke have fought with one another many times, but this is the first time they could finally let loose with the crowd. However, as they are fighting, what the other does not know is that both are actually holding back. Sasuke not using his Mangekyou, and Naruto not using the full wood-style arsenal. Both seem evenly matched. Blow for blow, the Uchihas keep the fight going. Naruto is indeed slightly faster than Sasuke, but with Sasuke's Sharingan, he is able to read Naruto like a book. Each Uchiha knows the other's weaknesses and strengths. The fierce fight ravages on for 30 minutes. Neither seem to be letting up. Their training has without a doubt improved both of their endurances astronomically. The both of them know that if they don't finish this quickly, neither of them will have enough chakra to continue. They both charge up a fully powered Chidori and run at each other. They both clash and a giant thunderclap can be heard. The next thing, as the audience sees the dust clear, both Uchihas lying on the floor. The admin looks at both of them and can't believe what he sees. Both Uchihas have knocked each other out. Just as he is about to call a double knockout, Naruto begins standing up. Due to this, Naruto is declared the victor. Even with both Uchihas holding back, the Hashirama cells inside Naruto had reacted to when Sasuke's Uchiha blood had come in contact with Naruto. Naruto then subconsciously absorbed Sasuke's Chidori and reversed it on him on the last second. This gave him a slight advantage in the end. Fortunately, Naruto had also used his new wood armor jutsu to protect both himself and his brother from any lethal blows. Sasuke slowly wakes up. He's pretty pissed that he lost, but says he'll make sure to repay Naruto later for that cheap trick. We now move on to the fight between Rock Lee and Gaara of the Sand. Both Naruto and Sasuke feel a deep, ominous presence from both of the fighters, as if there are two monsters lurking deep inside Lee and Gaara. The fight begins, and it looks like Lee instantly teleports all around Gaara and begins attacking him from all angles. Gaara's smug glare slowly turns into a shocked one as his sand begins to falter from Lee's impressive speed. Then, all of a sudden, Lee teleports below Gaara and kicks him upwards straight in the jaw, knocking him back to the floor. Gaara just gets up like a zombie and begins huffing and puffing and then begins laughing. He then quickly engulfs Lee with his sand and begins crushing him in a sand coffin. As Gaara believes he has defeated Lee, Lee begins yelling with a large amount of chore and chakra beginning to flow out of him, exploding the sand coffin. The chakra quickly disappears. Both Naruto and Sasuke are shocked as they thought Lee didn't have any chakra. Lee then activates the third gate of life and charges at Gaara, kicking him straight in the gut and making him cough up blood. After this, Lee kicks Gaara straight in the head, knocking him out. Everyone believes the battle is over, but as the dust clears, they see Gaara has slightly transformed. Kankuro and Tamari know this is bad news. The attack on the leaf has begun way too soon. but they can't stop Gaara if he begins going on a rampage. Gaara then attempts to attack Lee, but he is still too fast for Gaara. Lee tries to attack again, but notice that his attacks aren't affecting Gaara anymore. Gaara just begins transforming more, and now Lee begins to recognize the transformation. He knows that if Gaara completely transforms inside the village, many people will die. With Gaara completely taken over by his animal instincts, Lee uses his advantage to lure Gaara farther out of the village. The attack on a village has begun. Naruto and Sasuke see what's happening around them and are completely enraged by the sights. Naruto's instincts to save the village kicks in while Sasuke flashbacks to the Uchiha massacre. Both Uchihas go serious. They see Kankuro and Temari attempting to follow Lee. Before they can, the Uchiha brothers instantly knock them out without hesitation. The two of them go and follow Lee and what's left of Gaara. Before Lee can lure Gaara any further, Gaara starts to begin yelling, "Enough!" He is tired of playing games. He then completely turns into the giant Shukaku. Lee, now a bit worried as he is not sure how he can counter the behemoth, feels two hands on his back. It's Naruto and Sasuke. They tell him not to worry as he can take it from here. Naruto creates a giant wooden golem, while instinctively Sasuke uses his Susanoo to cover the golem like an armor. Both, without saying a word, race to Gaara to attack. They land a combined attack, which ends up putting Shukaku on the defensive. With the two of them working together as a unit, Gaara doesn't stand a chance. As the two Uchihas are about to strike the final blow, they hear Lee yelling, which snaps the Uchihas back to their senses. They see Lee soaring past them with which looks to be an orange cloak. Lee then punches the sleeping Gaara in the head, which releases him from this trance. Lee then just looks at Gaara and touches his shoulder, causing all the sand around him to begin falling, ending the battle. However, even though the current battle has ended, our heroes wonder what is happening back at the village. This will sadly have to be answered in the next part to What If Naruto Was an Uchiha. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please make sure to comment below your opinions and feedback, as I love reading and interacting with you guys. And also, make sure to smash that like button, as we have to get 100 likes so we can see what you beasts are really all about. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification to stay up to date with all the juicy new what ifs coming to a theater near you. Now guys, without further ado, much love, Neon out.